Hi Nafisa ma'am, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry
Hello.
for.
No worries, no worries. I understand. Happens.
Yeah, yeah. Hi Devidas uncle, how are you?
My uncle is also there.
Yeah.
My very old student. So that is Omkar. Nidhi's video I can't see. Janvi is there. Pranali.
Yes.
Do we need to wait a minute or two?
Yeah, ma'am. Wait for 5 minutes more. 5 minutes.
Okay, fine, fine.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Hello, Janvi.
Hi, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you. How are you?
Good, good. Thank you.
So where is Vritti and my handsome Kavish? The handsome father is sitting there. Where are the kids? Viraj is there or he's
Yeah, yeah. Uncle is there.
uncle is not speaking. He's mute or what? He's on mute?
Yeah, he's mute.
Ah, maybe. I am looking for chat. Yes. Okay.
In next 5 minutes we'll start, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm. Should we start or we still wait for 2 minutes?
Ma'am, more 2 minutes, please. Yeah. More
Sorry, 2 more minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
People are joining.
We have great work from the Leos. Huh? We have the Director for Childhood Cancer, Leo Abhinav Upadhyay. We have Leo Vinay Dalmia, President of Leo Club of Sports Warriors, MBG. Should we start?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
So, welcome everyone, and to this hour of power. Before we start, we'll do a quick round of introductions, and let's spice it up a little. So it's going to be like this. You're going to give your name and your club, but to your name, you are going to add an adjective. And the adjective will be like this. Amazing Avinash. Okay. Did you follow? Intelligent Ishan. Did you follow? So the
Yes.
first word alphabet of the adjective and your name, the first alphabet has to be same. So quick typing. 20 seconds. Type your name. It's like Intelligent Ishan, Lions Club of, Leo Club of Kandivali Western Express. So this way, come on, quick. Wow, Sassy Sanmitra, Passionate Pranali, Roaring Rebecca, wow, Dynamic Devidas, Janvi, Jovial Janvi, Versatile Leo Vinay, wow, Cool Omkar. No, Omkar, your adjective has to be with O.
Okay. Oh.
With O. Come on, some more. Marvelous Meera, beautiful. Analytic Abhinav, wow. Optimistic Omkar, beautiful. Outstanding Omkar, awesome, awesome. Everybody's done? Fearless Faizan, wow. This is awesome. Okay, so transforming Tanmay, beautiful. Okay. So it's awesome for you to give yourself, acknowledge yourself and be a little bit more creative. So we apologize for the delay in start because I think they had some technical glitches with the link. Anyway, so let's just begin right away. I'll share my screen. Oh, a host has disabled my screen sharing. You need to allow me to share my screen. Okay. Okay. Fine. Now, so today we are discussing NLP. How many of you, so everything goes in the chat box. Are you aware of NLP? Okay. Anyway, so I'll just, I think there's no time to wait for your answers. When we require, we'll wait. So I'll begin with just going into a little bit of detail about each word, what it means. So neuro is basically your nervous system, your brain, your thinking process, the way you use your senses. So we taken whatever is in the surrounding, we taken through our senses, and then we understand, which helps us to understand what is happening around us. Linguistic is your words, the language that you use, and how it influences you and those around you. And programming is your behavior, the way you organize your ideas, your actions, and this particular behavior produces results. The results may be expected or unexpected. Okay. Now, let's give due credit to the founders of NLP, Richard Bandler and John Grinder. And NLP initially started as a communication model. Now, communication, when we hear the word communication, it's about like communication is how I communicate with people around me, etc. But other than that, okay, other than communicating with others, we also communicate with ourselves. You have that dude in your head. And for my girls, we have the diva in our head, which keeps telling us a lot of things all the time. Yes. So we communicate with people around us. We communicate with our own self. And then whatever you taken from the surrounding, how do you process it? What happens inside your head, inside your brain? What did this dude, this diva in your head, what are the kind of instruction it gives, and what do you do with this? So this is all what NLP talks about, but that's big jargon. Let us just go to how do we use NLP in day-to-day life. Now, you all had your breakfast today? Yes? Can somebody help me with how do I see the chat? Where do I see the chat? Okay. 1 minute. I need to push this chat here. Okay, fine. So that if there are any answers, it will be in the chat box. Okay. So you all had your breakfast in the morning. Now, if I ask you, just think about the breakfast that you had. Maybe you had a family breakfast with your parents, your siblings, your grandparents, or you got up late and so you had breakfast all by yourself. Whatever it is, when I ask you to think about your breakfast, what are the thoughts that come to your head, to your mind? Could you just quickly type out in the chat box? When I ask you to think of your breakfast, what comes to your mind? Things most important meal of that day. No, I'm talking about the breakfast you had today. Yes, beautiful. Vinay Dalmia said the taste of the food that you had. Tell me exactly today morning's breakfast. What did you, what do you remember of today morning's breakfast? Kindly type it out. The aroma, scrambled eggs, beautiful. The company, Basin Chilla, family time. Awesome, awesome. Taste, ingredients. Okay, okay. So somebody wrote about, yes, bonding with people whom we had breakfast, making it on your own, lovely, refreshing. Awesome, awesome. Okay. So, oh dear. You see a picture in your mind, okay? You can hear some sounds. Probably you can hear the sound of the TV, which was on when you were having breakfast. Oh yeah, the love and care with which it was served. Toast sandwich, beautiful. So you can see your toast sandwich, you can see your besan chilla. Okay, the texture and feel of the food, you know, whether it was a soft paratha, a soft besan chilla, a crispy toast, the smell. Somebody spoke about the smells and the tastes. Okay. Now, other than breakfast, between breakfast and right now the webinar that you're attending, did we have any other activities that you undertook? Just type out yes, no, something. Other than breakfast, and right now you are in the webinar, has there been any other activity in the day? Yes. Okay. Okay, you were studying, you did your homework. Yes, perfect, perfect. Yes. Maybe you had some phone calls. Yes, you read newspaper, you played cricket with friends. Awesome. Now, all these things that we do from the time we get up in the morning up to the time we go to sleep, All these are events which happen. Okay. So if this is you and me, okay, and we have events happening all the time in our life, right? Okay. Now, let's take a particular event and call it event 1. Now, this event I'm taking is in a restaurant. Okay. I know because of the lockdown, we all haven't been to the restaurant some time back. Sorry. Oh God. Oh. We haven't gone to the restaurant maybe a few months back. But if you just think of when you were in a restaurant, okay, and maybe either you're with your family or you're with your friends or probably you're with your office people, whoever. Okay. Now, when you are in the restaurant, okay, what happens? Can somebody write? Can you write down? So you're sitting in a restaurant, either you're sitting with friends or office people or family, whatever. And what all happens in the, yes, date, movement of people, yes. What else is there? Orders of various dishes, movement of people, chatting with the people, yes. Memories to cherish for, background music. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. So the people. So the people you see with your eyes. So that's the visual information which goes inside your brain. Okay. Then you hear the music. Someone spoke about music. Yes. Ambience, attire of people, discussion you have with the people you're sitting. Then feelings. With your hands, the feel of the cutlery or the feel of the food, whatever. Yes, noise of spoon, very good. Then there were beautiful aroma, awesome food, okay, and the taste of the food. Now, any event which we taken through 5 senses, this you have learned perhaps in your primary school, okay, and what we believe is that we taken all this information through the 5 senses and this goes into our head, okay. But this doesn't go into our head as it is. Now, let's see why. Supposing you are sitting in the restaurant and there are about 20 tables which are occupied. Okay. If you are able to hear every single word of every single conversation, and the plates and the cutlery and the you can see the people with, in front of you with their arms and their hands moving, what is going to happen? You won't be able to concentrate on anything other than this. In fact, after some time, you won't even remain functional. Now, our brain is very clever. What our brain does is it filters. Now, what is filtering? So the information that goes into our head, the 3 primary filters of our brain, so that we remain stable, we can have conscious awareness, and we can take in whatever details is required. If you are sitting in the restaurant with your friends or maybe for an office meeting or whatever, you need to concentrate at that time what is happening on your table, not on what is happening on each and every 20 tables which are occupied. So what our brain does is, the 3 primary filters are deletion, distortion, and generalization. Now, don't worry. They're quite simple. Now, let's see what is deletion. Oh dear, what happened? Where am I? What did I? What do I do? What am I supposed to
I think you'll
do?
have
Can
to
somebody
share.
unmute? Sorry?
I think you'll have to share screen again. We
Okay,
can't see your
okay,
screen.
okay. Oh, don't tell me it closed.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, never mind. Okay, so let's go to what is deletion. How does our brain delete? Now, if I, right now as we are sitting and all of us together, are you aware of your right foot, how it feels on the ground? Or are you aware of the temperature of your left palm? Or are you aware of how your shirt is feeling on your back? No. Perhaps you weren't even aware that these things exist till I told you. Because if you start thinking about all this, you will not be able to pay attention to what is happening. Now, I'm sure we all have come across an instance where either you're engrossed in watching TV or you're engrossed in reading a book. And then what happens is suddenly one of your parent or some elder or whatever, your boss or somebody comes in and they start shouting, "You never seem to do what I ask you to." And you just wonder what's happening. You don't remember them giving you any instructions. This is, can somebody tell me what do we call this? How do I go to chat? How do I see the chat now?
There is an
Where is
option,
the
ma'am,
chat
for
option?
chat
Sorry,
option.
can somebody
There is
unmute
an
and tell
option.
me? Because I can only see screen sharing right now, and I can see some of the people at the side here. Show grid view. No, I can't see the chat.
Oh.
Hide thumbnail. Oh God, the chat has disappeared. Show small active speaker video. Show, I don't know. Oh dear. No, I can't. Where do I see that? Where has the chat gone?
Ma'am, you can do one thing. You can even log in from your browser.
From where? Just a minute. Let me hide the thumbnail of the videos and okay, never mind. So what is happening is that when you were either so deeply engrossed in reading or you were watching TV at that time, maybe they gave you some instructions. But what happened is you were so engrossed you didn't even hear. Your conscious brain didn't hear. Your unconscious brain was taking in the information and you were just unconsciously nodding your head, saying yes, or just making the sound and your parent thought you have taken the instruction, and then they come after some time and tell you, you never seem to do what I ask you to. This is deletion. Now, why does information get deleted? Because per second, 2 million bits of information is coming into your nervous system. It's in streaming into your nervous system. We would get crazy if we would be, processing all this information. And hence we have the filter of deletion, which is a basic survival skill, so that we only take in as much as is required, selective attention. We omit the details from the events which are not required at that time. Now let's see distortion. What is distortion? Now, have you ever woken up in the middle of the night and you feel you have heard some sounds that there is an intruder in the house, there is somebody, and you get up and you go around checking. You can actually hear someone creeping in the house. And then as your heart starts pounding and your hearing becomes very, very acute. And then suddenly you realize perhaps it's the sound of the AC. This sound is always there all night. It's just that you did not notice it earlier. Okay. But even after you realize that it is the sound of the AC, what happens is your heart is still pounding. Perhaps you may just go and double check all your doors and windows. Okay. Now, you call your friend. Your friend doesn't listen to, at that minute, your friend does not reply, pick up your call. And maybe he doesn't call also in an hour or so. And what conclusion do you draw? He cares no longer. Or, sometimes when it's an adult and a youngster, the statement passed is, he no longer respects me. Now, on a hot sunny day, it's around temperature 35, 36, 37. What kind of weather is it? What do we say? Horrible weather. Yes? Horrible weather for whom? For us, because we are sweating, you don't feel like doing anything. But what about an ice cream seller? Dhande ka time hai. He is most happy on such days, right? So the reality is distorted. It's distorted from your perspective, from your point of view. Oh, there's a story, there was this one man walking across the forest and he screams, snake, snake. And when he goes nearby, he sees it's just a piece of rope. Sometimes even when we walk on the beach or something, we find, looks like there is some, creepy crawly creature there. And then you go and you find it's just a branch of a tree or something. So this is distortion. The reality is tweaked and turned just to suit ourselves. Okay. The next important filter is generalization. Now, what is generalization? I'll give you a very common one, especially in our country. Working women don't make good homemakers. Followed? Or working women don't give time to their kids. This is a generalization. It's not necessary. Just imagine that if every day you had to learn, what is this rectangle piece of wood in my wall with some kind of roundish structure? Like, how do I figure out how does this move? It's like knowing how your door opens. Now, these are the kinds. So the positive part of generalization filter is that you are, you learn certain behaviors and it stays with you. We learn to walk and we walk. We don't have to learn every day. Or you learn 2 times table, 5 times table, 16 times table, and you still know it. Or you ask somebody who drives. Once they can sit in any car and within a minute or so, they can figure out how to drive that car. This is generalization. But the downside is that what happens is certain behaviors or certain things which you have learned in the past, you just stick by it. You don't want to move ahead of that. Parent scolds and we say, nobody loves me. Okay, a generalization. If your neighbor is bitten by a dog, or maybe you have been attacked once by a dog and you develop phobia. So these are all examples of generalizations. Now, other than generalization, there are some other filters also. Values, beliefs. What are values and beliefs? Values is with what we sometimes grow up with, what we consider right or wrong, or good or bad. Now, supposing punctuality is an important value for you, okay? Now, if punctuality is an important value for you, you ask your friend, your friend to meet you at 5:30 p.m. For example, today, okay, I'm sorry, I have to use this example, but today, like, we decided that 10 minutes before the meeting, I'll be entering the meeting room, and we'll just do a tech check. And 5:20 means I will be there by 5 o'clock, ready. Okay, because for me, punctuality is very important. And if the meeting gets late, even by a minute, it troubles me. Okay, but we do have people who feel that when you have been told that you come into the meeting room at 5:20, why should I even be at 5:15? I can have a cup of tea at 5:15. Why should I be in the meeting room at 5:15 if the time is 5:20? Followed. So each of us is different. Now, how did you get these values? The way you grew up. Some you imbibed from family, some from school. Sometimes certain things you see that these things are not there in my family values, or like maybe one of my parent or somebody, for them punctuality is fine, like 5-10 minute idhar udhar, we say Indian Standard Time. Yes. So you then it may become like them, or sometimes you feel, no, we should be punctual. It's not right. Kisi ko 5 baje bola to I should be there at 5. I can't be there because that is me. If I say 5, I'll be there 10 to 5. Okay. So then, based on your values, you are going to, the filter will be accordingly. Okay. Now, beliefs. What do you believe? Now you grow up, beliefs is something that you grow up with either because of what happens with you, what happens in the world when around, what are your religious beliefs, etc., etc. So it's like, there are people who say the world is a bad place because maybe they have had, different kind of experiences. But world is beautiful. It's how you look at it. I'm reliable. I'm trustworthy. I'm smart. Somebody tells you, maybe you mess up something and somebody says, oh my God, what a mess you have made of this. And then you label yourself as, I am messy. Okay. My parents will always support me is a very, very good belief. Okay. I'm not good at savings. Or मेरे हाथ में तो पैसा टिकता ही नहीं है. Who said that? You just, develop these sort of beliefs. Somebody says, like, another example I'll give you. I've heard a lot of times people talking about पैसा बड़ी बुरी चीज है. पैसा आने से बच्चे बिगड़ जाते हैं. Or we also, we use statements like, oh, ye paise wale bade baap ki aulad. Sorry for the language, but this is the kind of language we use, Who said that paisa buri cheez hai? It's how you handle money that matters. If you have money, you can even, the more money you have, the more you can help people around. Okay. Then after values and beliefs, there is inner chatter. Inner chatter. What is the inner chatter? The dude in our head, okay, the diva in our head who keeps telling us, you decide that today I'm gonna go for a walk early in the morning at 6 o'clock. Okay, 5:30 your alarm rings because you plan to have a shower before going. and then your voice in the head at when the alarm ring says, oh, come on, just sleep for half an hour more. You can go to walk at 6:30, and then you shut your alarm and you go back to sleep. Okay. Now this inner chatter also could be of two types. One, I can't wait to share. Focus, I can do this, keep trying, follow this, whatever, think positive, I'm getting better, etc., etc. Or I'm not worthy, I can't do it, I should be perfect all the time, nobody loves me, I'm not good enough. So depends, what you're allowing your the dude in your head to speak. Some other filters are your language. Are you able to speak in the native language? So, okay, let me give you an example here. So over here, when you meet somebody, the first thing they tell over here, tell us, the first thing, the salutation is, how you going? And if you're very new to Australia, you wonder, they're saying, how you going? You will say, I'm going by bus or train or car or whatever. No, that's their way of saying, how are you? Okay. And when we say thank you to a person for whatever reason, thank you is many a times they say ta. And you wonder, what did they say? What did they say? Or when you say thank you, their reply is no worries. And you wonder, and we start with, initially like welcome or my pleasure, etc. So different places, different language, and sometimes you don't understand because of that. Then what is your attitude, the decisions and memories? So whatever is happening in your surrounding, your inner chatter in your head will tell you, did I have same kind of experience, or was there a same kind of experience, and what is the decision I took? Or was there a similar kind of situation? What was my decision? What was my take on that? And there's something called as meta programs. Now, what is meta program? Meta programs is like, are you an introvert or an extrovert? Are you a thinker or a feeler? Are you sensory or are you intuitive? Are you a judger or a perceiver? Okay. Now, going through all these filters, now the event goes into your head. So directly whatever you saw doesn't come down into your head. It goes through all these filters and then into your head. And now this event becomes your memory, or we say perception. This is how you perceive the event or the world. It becomes your subjective experience because it's not the actual event. The actual event was something else. This is your subconscious or your patterns or your imprints or your scripts in your head. Okay. Now, I think I've spoken too much. Let's do a small exercise. Okay. Now, everyone, you can just remain seated for now. Just for now, I want you to pay attention to your internal experience. What's going on in your head? What kind of images, sounds, feelings are running through your mind? Just observe your own mind. What kind of images, sounds, and feelings are running through your mind? As you continue to do that, whatever you do, I don't want you to think of a purple elephant. Don't think of a purple elephant. Don't think of the Taj Mahal in Agra. And I certainly don't want you to think of a purple elephant running around the lawn in front of the Taj Mahal in Agra. Now, did you notice what happened? Even if it was for a second, you did you get an image or an impression of a purple elephant and running in front of the lawn in front of Taj Mahal? Can I have some answers? Even if you immediately deleted it, But did you get it for the impression even for a fraction of a second? Exactly. So what happens is we cannot process the negative. And if you think, how can you process the negative? Because it doesn't exist. Don't. When don't doesn't exist, if I tell you don't think word has a, you know what is think, you know what is purple and what is elephant. You know purple elephant. So if I tell you don't think of purple elephant, don't, your brain cannot analyze and understand. It will think of the purple elephant. Followed? But what happens? We often find parents, sometimes even our boss, you know, you will find them saying, don't mess up this project. Or, you know, you will find most of the time parents talking, don't you mess your room. Don't watch too much of TV. I don't want you to go out with friends. I don't want you to fall off your bike. Don't do this, don't do that, don't do that. And that's not possible because the brain does not analyze or process the negatives. Okay. Now let's go further. Okay. So this is how after the different filters, the event is in your brain now. Now, let's just go back to today morning's breakfast. Supposing the breakfast which was made today morning, while having breakfast, if you had an argument with your sibling or an argument with your parent, or maybe the breakfast was not of your choice, or the breakfast was of your choice, or you had an argument with your sibling but your parent supported you, or you had a wonderful discussion with your parent. Okay, whatever be it, that is your event 2 now. And then what will happen? That will become your state for the day, or at least for temporary few hours. State means you had a argument with your sibling, your parent supported your sibling. For few hours or maybe the whole day, it will be my parents are partial, they always support my sibling, or my favorite breakfast is never made, my sibling's favorite breakfast is made, etc., etc. Now, if with that state of mind, if you go to work or you go to college or whatever, what's gonna happen? Okay, now, so your favorite breakfast made, you're feeling happy, excited, confident, relaxed because your parents supported you, or you had an excellent conversation with your parent. Oh, I had a fight with my sibling, or, you know, I got scolding from my parent, or the breakfast was not of my choice. I'm so upset. I'm stressed. I'm angry. Now I'm nervous for my exam, etc., etc. Okay. Now, in resourceful state, when you are happy, excited, confident, relaxed, this is how you feel. Can you see the amount of energy that you have? How much it doubles? Okay. And this is how your unresourceful state looks like. How dare she? How dare my sister insult me during breakfast? Or I should be more careful, just keep my mouth shut. If only I had the right answer. Or how will I ever be able to do this, etc., etc., etc. It goes on and on, you know, in your head. And you just start imagining stuff also. Okay. Now, either you are in a resourceful state, happy, excited, confident, or you are in an unresourceful state. You will go about your day's program. Now, if your breakfast was not good, it will continue in your head the whole day. And then even when you come to for the webinar, you are in that state of mind. Now, whatever be your state, there is going to be a behavior. Yes, there will be a behavior. Your action, or you say your response or your behavior. Your behavior could either be verbal or maybe non-verbal. So behavior may be at that time, and sometimes behavior, we are also talking about behavior which would be like when you go to college or you go to work or you talk to your friend on phone or whatever is your behavior, okay? Or maybe you have a big round swollen face for the whole day at home, whatever, okay? Now, this behavior is going to bring a result, because whatever action, whatever behavior is going to result in some kind of action. The behavior is going to have some kind of result. Now, the result will be either expected or unexpected. Now, when do we say expected and unexpected? Expected is when something that you want, and unexpected is something that you don't want. When will you have an expected result? When you are in the right mood. Most of the time when you're not in the right mood, you're not in the right emotional state, the result of your behavior will also be undesired. And that will affect your health, it will affect your career, it will affect your relationship with your parents, with your sibling, with your colleagues, with your friends, with everyone, okay? Now, so desired life or desired behavior, okay? Now, how does it affect your health, career, and relationships? You're happy, your health is good, you have a great career, you have amazing relationships. If all the time you're upset, you're going to have low immunity, instability, broken relationships, okay? Now, before we go further, let's do one exercise. You'll have to put down everything, and I want you to put everything down and stand up. Okay? All of you stand up. Now, turn your toes inwards. Let your shoulders and posture slump, like fall down, drooping. Curl your toes inwards. Let your shoulders and posture slump, fall down. Direct your eyes to the ground. Put a sad expression on your face. And in your mind, in a very sad tone of voice, I want you to say over and over again, I'll never be able to do that. I'll never be able to do that. I will never ever be able to do that. I cannot do that. I'll never ever be able to do that, in a very sad tone. Okay, relax. Shake your body. Shake out that feeling out. Shake that feeling out. Okay. Now, what I'd like to do is, I want you to stand nice, tall, straight. Okay. Tense every single muscle of your body. Clench your fist. Raise your arms in air. Roll up your toes. Roll up your eyes. Tense your thighs. Back. Everything. Tense, tense, tense. Roll up your eyes. And in a strong, powerful tone, with your arms in air, I want you to say, yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, I can do it. Yes, 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 I can do it. And while you say, yes, 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 I can do it, in that beautiful tone, I want you to try and get depressed. Okay, relax. Fine, you may sit down. Now tell me, when you were in the mood where you were like, I can do it. Yes, 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 I can do it. Could you feel depressed? Can I have the answers in the chat box? Could you feel depressed? Did you feel a change in the first and the second state? First, let's answer this question. Did you feel a change in the first and second state? Could you feel a change? Okay, great. Yes, you feel energetic. Yes, you feel quite good and energetic. Yes. So now you know that by changing your body language, by changing your physiology, you can change your mood, right? Okay. So therefore, now all your excuses are gone. Whenever you feel low, or events keep happening in life, and like even considering something happened at breakfast, a simple quarrel with your sibling, events will keep happening. But you can always change your state, because your state is going to determine your final, how is your life going to be, how is your health going to be, how is your career going to be, how is your relationship going to be. So you can change your state, and you're changing your state. You just do what we did right now. How much time does it take? Not even 30 seconds. Okay, now let's go further. So the early man, were hunters and gatherers. Okay. And they constantly had the threat of being killed or injured by wild animals or tribes. Okay. Now they had to be on the watch. Now, if they, if you are walking and you see, if you are like walking home and suddenly a tiger or a bear, you see in front of you, what is going to happen? What are you going to do? Tell me. This is just a totally imaginary situation, but what will you do if you see a tiger or a bear or on your way home? Come on. What's your first reaction? Yes, run. Perfect. Run. What else? Anything else? Everybody agrees with run. Look for cover. Yes, beautiful. Shout. Okay. Yes. What else? So that the tiger won't see you. Okay. Great. Any other responses? Run. Okay. Yeah. So what we do is either, now, does anybody feel that they could fight the tiger? Do you feel you could fight the tiger? Make sure you don't give eye contact to tiger. Okay. Does anybody feel that they could fight the tiger? Okay. So anyway, we did have the the ancient man or the caveman. They did fight the animals, right? Because in fact they used to hunt animals and eat. Okay, outsmarting tiger is the only move. Perfect. Okay. So what you can do, if sorry, what they knew one, this was, they were not very civilized at yet. So for them it was like, you fight the tiger, flight, or freeze. That's all the response that their body knew. So to improve the chances of survival for the caveman, the fight or flight response evolved in the brain. Okay. So now, if you feel threatened or afraid, the amygdala is the part of the brain which automatically activates the fight or flight response. Okay. Now this is amygdala. Amygdala is the green, small pear-shaped portion. So you have two amygdala, one on each side of the brain, and it's the oldest part of the human brain, the reptilian brain. It is about a basic survival instinct, to protect the organism. So it controls the fight, flight, or freeze response. Now what happens is, when the amygdala is activated, whenever the individual feels that this situation is fearful, there's a tiger. Okay. Now, at that time, what happens is, when the amygdala is sending, it's hijacking the whole brain, and, it's activating the fight, flight, freeze response, your blood pressure rises. There's a rush of sugar in the blood. There may be sweating, the pupils dilate, you feel thirsty, you feel nervous, increased blood supply to limbs, and decreased blood supply to digestive system and other vital organs. This part is very important. So what happens is, at that time, when you know that there's a tiger, either I have to run, or I fight the tiger, or I freeze. Okay, so at that time, all your blood supply will go to your limbs, that's your hand and legs, because you need to run for your life or fight the tiger. Okay, so when your blood supply goes to your limbs, the blood supply to your digestive system and other vital organs becomes less. Now, when there is less blood supply to the other organs, for a little while, fine. Once the tiger is out, everything settles and we are all good. Okay. Now, sorry. Okay. Now, what is happening is, in today's time, we don't have one tiger, or we don't have actual tiger in our surroundings. But which is that tiger which is there? The different kind of what you call as stress. Now, you have a situation which happened. Okay, supposing you got scolded by either a parent, or you got scolded in school, college for some reason, or the boss pulled you up for some reason. Now, at that minute, all this will happen. Okay, and you will be sweating and your blood pressure will rise, and and then after that, you come back. Even when you come home, you keep thinking. Now, your brain cannot understand whether the situation is right now existing or it's just a memory. As soon as you bring the memory that, my boss scolded me, and what does he think of himself? And, I'm doing my work and others are not doing, but I get pulled up, this, that. Again, this amygdala hijack takes place. Again, your blood pressure rises. There's a rush of sugar in the blood. Your blood supply to limbs and increases and decreases for other organs. If this happens 10, 15, 20 times in a day for one particular reason, can you imagine if your blood supply to your different organs, important vital organs, is decreased? We are going to get lifestyle diseases. Then we say, oh, I have a high blood pressure and I have got diabetes, because yes, you're bringing a rush of sugar in your blood. You're increasing your blood pressure 20 times a day by just remembering that incident. So there is a tiger sitting in your head. Please get out of that, get that tiger out of your head. We don't have to keep thinking of that. That event is over, forget it. Now, I totally agree with you. I have been one of a type who used to get hurt very easily, feel miserable for days together. I got blood pressure, high blood pressure, hypertension, and diabetes at the age of 33. And a few years back, my sugar was so high that I was on insulin. And then I came across NLP, and thanks to NLP, with NLP and also with a lot of meditation I do, now I am not on insulin. I am still on diabetic drugs, but my drugs have decreased. My tablet for blood pressure has decreased, because I have worked on ourselves. You can immediately start thinking of a positive experience, or maybe just doing that, yes, I can do it, or whatever, and change your emotional state, and you'll be fine. Initially it will take time, but you will be fine, and we can change. I am not talking just from the books or from the internet. This is my personal experience. I have changed, and we all can change, and we all can have better health. We can have a better life. Okay. And you know what? everybody, remember one thing, everybody else in the world will say, oh, wow, you know, you have changed, etc. But your family will never accept. But if your family accepts you have changed, that means there is a change. And I can proudly say that my daughters are so happy with the change in my behavior that, you know, now my daughters say that we get sometimes hyper, but you are able to remain cool. So we can all work on this. Okay. Now let's do one more exercise. Enough of my talking. Okay. Now, what I'd like to do is, could you all stand up, please? I've put this picture here because nowadays we don't know what is encyclopedia. So I just want you to have a look at this picture. Okay, fine. Now, I want you to, all of you to stand and put both your hands out straight in front of you, arms outstretched and palms facing down. So stand up, put both your hands out straight in front of you with your palms outstretched and facing down. Now close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Relax. Take a deep breath. Relax. Okay. Now turn your left palm over so that now your left palm is facing upwards. Okay. Now in your left palm, I want you to imagine that there are 2 volumes of the Encyclopedia Britannica placed on your left hand. So we have got 2 volumes of the Encyclopedia Britannica on your left palm. You can even imagine 3 Encyclopedia Britannica on your left palm. Okay. Now imagine tied around your right hand is a huge bunch of helium balloons. You know helium balloons, those very, very light balloons, you leave, they'll just go fly off. You'll never be able to, get it back. So imagine a huge bunch, maybe even 100 balloons tied to your right hand. That's right, good. Now in your left hand, I want you to focus on the weight of those 3 volumes of Encyclopedia Britannica. Those 3 fat, large, heavy books. As you keep imagining the Encyclopedia Britannica on your left palm, now feel the feelings of weight in your left hand. The weight, it's getting heavier and heavier. And the more you imagine the heaviness, the heavier it feels. It's getting heavier and weighing your arm down, down, down. Feeling the feelings of feeling the encyclopedias, feeling really, really heavy. And you're having to use all of your strength just to support those books, getting heavier and heavier and heavier now. And in your right hand, I want you to imagine the helium balloons just lifting ever so lightly, lifting, lifting, lifting your wrist, lifting, lifting higher and higher, lifting lightly, light, the helium just drifting up higher and higher. Whilst the encyclopedias in your left hand are getting heavier and heavier and heavier. And you can feel the stretch in your arms and your wrist as the encyclopedias get heavier and heavier and heavier. And the balloons are taking your right arm. You're feeling lighter and lighter and lighter. Now, keeping your arms and hands where they are, open your eyes. What do you notice? Has there been a slight shift in your arms or has there been a big shift in your arms? Can we type out the answers? Was there any shift in your arms when you opened your eyes? Was there any shift in your arms when you opened your eyes? Can I have some answers, please? Can I have some? Okay. Faizan said he could feel a slight shift. Okay, anybody else? Okay, Ishan says yes. So when I do this exercise in, in a one-to-one session, like when I have people in person, when we are doing this session, I've had people come and say that the hand with the encyclopedia started aching. But did you have any encyclopedias there? Or did you have any balloons there? No. What was happening? Both your hands, both your arms were just doing the same thing. They were just out and they were stretched. You just hallucinated or you imagined the encyclopedias and you imagined the balloons. And by imagining the encyclopedias and the balloons, that is the suggestions I was giving, you could feel a difference in your two hands. Imagine what suggestions we are giving, our mind is giving day by day, week by week, in fact, hour by hour, day by day, week by week, year in and year out. Yes or no? And we have 60,000 thoughts a day. And how are our thoughts? Do we ever mind our thoughts? A small thing happens and we just assume nobody loves me, or my parents don't care, or my boss hates me, or my boss is driving me crazy, or this teacher hates me or is rude or whatever. And what are we doing? Causing trouble to ourselves. Now, if by thinking thoughts which are not useful, we can trouble ourselves, can we, by thinking good thoughts, make our life better? Yes or no? Come on. I'm looking for a response. Yes or no? Okay. Now, how much we do still have time, right? 5:30 to 6:30 to 7. I think 10 more minutes, right? I have about 10 more minutes. And maybe I can take 5 minutes if we require. Okay, because I want to do the one more very good exercise. I don't know why these lines have come from where. Okay, let's do this. All of us, okay, now quick responses from you. All of us need to build some more self-confidence. Are we all very confident, or are there certain areas in our life where we still need some confidence? Maybe a job interview, maybe exams, maybe public speaking. Do we require confidence? Yes. Do you want to do an exercise where we could build confidence to reach up to the level of excellence? Or you just want to have a question answer session? Let me know. Okay, you want to do the exercise or you want question and answers? Just type exercise EX. Okay, fine then. Let's go with the circle of excellence. Okay. Now, we can do this sitting, we can do this standing. We'll start in the beginning, we'll start with sitting. I don't know why these lines have come on the screen. I think I touched something somewhere. Anyway, okay. Now, initially we are all just sitting, okay? I want you to first think of a past experience where you were extremely confident. Maybe when you were just talking amongst your friends, or maybe when you did some art and craft, some drawing, maybe when you did some cooking, maybe when you cracked a joke and everybody was laughing and you felt very happy about it. Just think of an experience where you felt extremely good, you felt happy about yourself, you felt confident. If you can think of this kind of an experience which has happened in the past, type yes. So then I'll move to the next part of the exercise. Okay. Okay, can you think of because you need to think of that, then only we can go ahead. So I have a yes from Ishan and Faizan. The others are not able to think. Because you need to have an experience where you felt really, really confident. It could be you were singing, you were playing a musical instrument, you were cooking, you did something and your parents applauded you for that, your friends were happy about that, anything where you felt very confident and where you felt good about yourself. The incident can be the silliest incident. Don't think. Don't worry, I mean about that. Just that when you felt good. Okay. Fine. What about the others? Because if you cannot think of an incident, we can't continue with this exercise. I need a yes from everyone. I'm waiting. Yes, Meera. Very good. Good. Okay, great. Okay, so now the first part of the exercise is you think of a past experience where you were extremely confident. Okay. Now, just relive that memory. Just look at what happened. Look at the pictures. Look at the frames. What happened? What were you doing at that time? Can you hear the voices which were there at that time? Voices at home or amongst friends or in school or wherever. And feel the feelings. How did you feel at that time? You felt excited? You were happy? Were you confident? Were you on cloud 9? How did you feel? In which part of your body did you feel the feelings? Right now, are you feeling that happiness, that confidence in your chest, in your neck, in your shoulders, in your head? Where? Can you type quickly? Where are you feeling those awesome feelings of that particular experience? Where are you feeling it? Is it in your chest, in your head, in your shoulder, in your neck? Where are you feeling? Head, beautiful. What about others? Where are you feeling? Just think. You need to feel. Again, think of the, create the movie again. Relive the experience. Create the movie again. The pictures, the sounds, the feelings. And where are those feelings? Is it in your head? Is it in front of your eyes? Is it in the backside of your head? It's in your chest. It's in your neck. It's in your shoulders. Oh, it's everywhere. It's totally everywhere. Heart, yes. Chest, good. Okay. Now, imagine a circle around your feet. Okay. So imagine a circle around your feet and imagine that circle to be big enough where you will be able to step inside and stand comfortably. Okay, so just imagine a circle in front of you, which is big enough for you to go and stand inside comfortably. Okay, now let's all give the circle a color. It could be your favorite color or whatever color you want to give. Let's give a color to the circle. What color do you want to give? Yellow, pink, red, violet, blue, green. Give whatever color, or you can give yellowish orange or orangish brown, whatever. Give the a bluish purple, purplish blue. Give color to your circle. Come on, give a color to your circle. I need to see the answers. Type in the chat box. Okay, white. Okay. Red, great. Blue, okay. Others, think of your color. Orange, lovely. Blue, okay. Come on, give your circle a color. Okay. Now, does your circle have a texture? Green, beautiful. Does your circle have a texture? Is your circle soft, like, you're going to place your feet on the carpet? Or is it metallic? Is it wooden? Or is it just the floor? Is it cardboard? Is it paper? What is it? What is the texture? Soft, hard, crispy, whatever texture you can feel your circle. What is the texture of your circle? Yes, something like concrete. Okay, good imagining. Good visualization. Perfect. Come on, give a texture to your circle. Royal blue with spikes. Beautiful. Okay. Now, is your circle moving or stationary? Is your circle moving or stationary? Come on. So royal blue with spike, stationary or moving? So orange concrete circle, moving or stationary? So add those three. Now it becomes 3 adjectives to your circle. Okay. Now, is there any aroma? Is there any perfume in your circle? Can you get any beautiful aroma or no aroma? Both are fine. Can you hear any music in your circle? Is there any music in your circle? Your favorite music, your favorite beats. Is there any music in your circle? So color of your circle, texture of your circle. Is your circle moving or stationary? Is there an aroma to your circle? Is there any music to your circle? Okay. Okay. Now, you know how your circle looks like. Okay. Great. Now what I want you to do is think of that experience when you were extremely confident, extremely happy. Oh, this is awesome. Sanmitra writes, moving royal blue spike with mischievous, what is this? Spell with with soothing piano. Beautiful. Okay, this is really good visualization. Okay, so now let's think of that experience when you were extremely confident. I told you to start with that experience where you're very confident or happy, or which you were excited, which made you confident. Now let's see the movie. Okay, so start seeing that experience frame by frame, from beginning to the end. You're seeing from beginning to the end, you're going to see your movie. 5 minutes. Keep this back. See the movie. Now hear the sounds. What sounds are there during that movie when you were feeling very confident, very happy? And the feelings. How did you feel? You felt awesome. You felt amazing. You felt happy. You felt excited. You felt beautiful. You felt great about yourself. Your self-esteem was high. It could just be that, you know, you produced a painting or an art or a music piece, or you were speaking in a group and everybody applauded you. Whatever it is, okay? Beautiful feelings, whatever. And when you reach the peak, see the movie, hear the sounds, feel the feelings. And when you are at the peak, enter the circle. Enter the circle with your mind's eye. If you want, you can stand up and go a little step further, which means you're getting into your circle. Your circle with orange essence with the sound of wind, or the royal blue spike with the soothing piano. Get into the circle. Now, those beautiful feelings of confidence which are there right now are mixing with the color, the texture, the sound which is there in the circle. Make the pictures bigger, brighter, bolder. Make the pictures bigger, brighter, bolder. The sounds louder. Hear everybody applauding you, praising you. Enjoy the feelings, the feeling of awesomeness, the feeling of confidence, the feeling of being happy, being excited. And when you are at the peak, when you are at the peak, when you are at the peak, just leave all these colorful, beautiful feelings in the circle. When you are at the peak, leave all the beautiful, colorful feelings in the circle and move back one step and move out of the circle. Take a step back. Shake yourself. Shake yourself, okay? Now, let's do it again, okay? So, come on now. Step into the circle and start thinking of the movie. Which movie? When you were feeling awesome, happy, excited, confident, awesome, amazing. Everybody was applauding you, praising you for the work. Maybe it could be as small as, you know, your one-liner amongst friends. Something where you were applauded, which made you feel awesome. Just think of that. See the movie, hear the sounds, feel the feelings. And when you are at the peak, just leave the feelings inside. Just leave the feelings inside the circle. Leave the beautiful feelings inside the circle and step out. Step out. Okay, relax. Just shake yourself. Awesome. Now, let us select the event where you want to feel confident. Maybe it is public speaking, maybe exam hall, maybe job interview, whatever. Okay, so now you just sit down on the chair and think of an event where you want to feel confident, whether it's a public speaking, exam, job interview, maybe it could be a presentation which you have to give in at your office. Okay, fine. Now, let's make a movie. Now, I'll take an example of public speaking. This is a very common one which people feel a bit, you know, low on confidence. So let's make a movie. Supposing you have to go and give a talk. So how are you going to enter the hall where you're going to give the talk? Okay. How will you walk up to the stage? How will you stand in front of the audience? How will your shoulders be? Big, broad shoulders. Okay. How is your posture going to be? Very erect. Your facial expressions, confident facial expressions, your movements, your language. Now give your presentation. Okay? And you know this is going to be great. This is going to be fun. This is going to be exciting. This is going to be relaxing, amazing. You're using humor. Reach all your desired goals and dreams. You are the director of the movie. It's your movie. Create the movie. Add whatever pictures, whatever sounds, whatever feelings you want. Create the whole movie. Okay? How you want your presentation to be, or how you want your job interview to be. Just create the whole movie. Okay? Fine. Now, relax. Now we start. Now start with the first scene of the movie. You're about to enter the hall, or maybe the exam hall or the hall where you're going to give your presentation. Okay? You're about to enter the hall. Now, before entering the hall, we are going to enter into the circle. So step into your circle. Yes. And when you step into the circle, the colorful feelings with the music, with the texture, with the aroma, which are all present in the circle, they start traveling from your toe to your legs, your abdomen, your chest, your head. Each part of your body, each cell of your body is bathing in confidence. You can hear the wow sound in your body. Make a wow sound in your body. You can hear the wow sound in your body. Enjoy the feelings of confidence. Let the feelings of confidence spin faster and faster in your body, in your chest, in your head, in each part of your body, in each cell of your body. When the feelings of confidence touch the maximum parameter, that's 10 on 10, start imagining how you want to perform. How are you walking towards the stage? What's your posture, your walk? You are proudly balancing your shoulders. Imagine you are talking. The audience is spellbound. You can hear tremendous applause. There's a thunder of clapping. You have mesmerized the audience. You're completing your talk, your presentation. Come to the last frame of your movie. What are the benefits you're getting from being confident? Your presentation was awesome. You get a great fan following. Social status improves. You get a promotion at job. You make more money. You are more successful. Make the pictures bigger, brighter, bolder. Make the sounds louder, the feelings more intense. Enjoy. Enjoy the feelings. And when you are at the peak, leave the beautiful feelings of confidence in the circle and step back. Step out of the circle. Shake yourself. Look to the left, look to the right. Okay. One more time. Step again into the circle. Imagine the feelings of confidence traveling from your toes, up, 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 up to your chest, up, 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 up to your head. You're feeling very confident. Each part of your body is confident. Each cell of your body is confident. When your level of confidence reaches the highest parameter, once again review the movie. You're walking to the stage with shoulders balanced, head held high, confident expressions. Great facial expressions. Go up to the stage. Start your talk. The audience is applauding you. People are spellbound. They are mesmerized. They're listening to you. Hear the thundering of the claps. Complete your talk. Enjoy the benefits. Leave the feelings in the circle and step back. Okay. Now fold this circle. It's folded. You can fold this circle and put it into your pocket. This is your power suit, your armor, your bulletproof jacket. Get it out whenever you need it. Get it out with your mind's eye. Step into it and feel confident. Okay? Done. Okay. Now, how do you feel? Oh, yes, we are running out of time. I'm sorry. How do you feel? Just one word. We are done. How do you feel? Now, for some of you, doing this exercise just twice with me would be good enough. And for others, it may not be. So maybe you need to do it 10 times, 20 times, but it works. Okay. Good. So you can always use this, and all the best for your life. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes.
Thank you,
Okay.
Thank
Sorry?
you, Yeah. Hello. Yeah, thank you, Nafisa ma'am, for such an informative and wonderful session. We really loved it. Also, we would like to thank all the participants who attended this today's session. We have Lion Navdeep sir, who is a Leo advisor of Leo Club of Mumbai Soul. I request sir to speak few words about the session. Navdeep sir.
Navdeep sir.
Yeah. Navdeep sir.
Don't come in the picture, darling. Just 2 minutes left now, okay?
I guess internet issue. Yeah, no worry. So like to I request dear Rahul Narola, our Vice District President, to speak few words about the session. Rahul, please.
First of all, thank you so much, Omkar, for inviting me. And I would say that KWE has been at the forefront when it comes to these issues. And it just makes me really, really happy to see that you guys are working so hard.
Yeah,
and ma'am, Nafisa ma'am, I would say that your whole session was very insightful and I got to learn a lot today. Thank you so much for being so patient and so resourceful when it comes to telling us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. Yes, and hope to keep seeing you all. And Leos, the world is out there. Just go and conquer it. And all the
thank
best.
you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Rahul. Guys, we keep doing such innovative and informative sessions, so please join us for the further session also. So we wind up here. See you guys soon for the next session. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Yeah, I'm fine. Take care.
Is anybody watching?
Yes. Some more are there. Till everybody they finish the meet. It's over there now.